Hey there, I'm JB and welcome to Dutchland. In today's episode I would like to work on the roading, and after that I would like to work on the train track and set up some public transportation toward this area right down here. Now also, if you guys know a nice name for the parts which will become city number 2 and city number 1 right down here, then you can let me know down below in the comment section and I will definitely add that. So what I mean with roading is that right down here we're gonna have a lot of traffic coming in. I would like to extend the highway all the way around like this and have a couple of on and off ramps, and or I want to lay down a couple of between inroads so not everything right now is going to go to one section. After that, with the trains, I'm going to need to make a train that first crosses the river down here and then gets right down here, because I think it's important. We're going to add some train stations before start building this all with buildings, and or I've already been starting with the key walling right down here, making it look nice and prepare it already for the train that needs to cross and or needs to actually go back, because this thing is something we can upgrade with the trains. But before doing all of that, let's just start out right down here, because I have noticed that the traffic here is getting insane. Alright, the reason why I have to laugh, because I had so many issues with this down here underneath the ground, trying to make this corner, because it's so easy to overdo things, make very wide big corners, while realistically you don't have to do that. I mean, there are signs saying yo, slow down, there are signs on the wall showing an arrow like, you know, it's a dangerous corner. Anyways, it's now perfect, and all the traffic here is, yep, very much clear, so it definitely was an issue. Now, I did talk ahead that people can actually go around like this, right? Apparently this ambulance just wanted to do that. I basically think there are a couple of vehicles that do this, mainly service vehicles that don't have to especially get in here. They can go around. All of these people are forced to go that way, and all of the folks that go underneath here will end up right down here and are forced to go that way. Now, of course, later on, if I place a couple of buildings here, there will be a couple of people that needs to, well, I guess, find a different route in order to get here. Okay, but I'm not going to be worried for too much. I think it's just very important that we lead most of the traffic on a good track. Mind my English sometimes here. I've added something extra to the project, and I also took something away from the project. I will try to explain it, but I have to say I'm starting to get a little bit sick, so my mind is not really rolling 100%, and I noticed before I started mumbling, so I'm just re-recording this. Basically, this highway is difficult to make it around, because if we're gonna take a road, you can see we have these little golden squares, right? Not a problem to make it straight, because it already was making use of these galdens. But down here I don't have anything, so it's difficult to measure the distance and so on and so forth. Now, the thing that I did extra to compensate for this, I've actually made like a tunnel. I am going to need to rearrange the lanes. It's a bit of messing around. But basically down here, if we can get into the ground, there we go. So we got one going off, one going on. I just did it because why not, right? And then it goes underneath the canal to the other side, and it ends up right down here. The reason why I've chosen this spot is especially for the fact, man, all the traffic. For the fact that I wanted most people that live here, if they go to this area, I want them to go via the tunnel to enlighten the highway load, because anything else will take the highway, right? So that's why I've chosen to put it here, because I think still this route down here is shorter than this route down here, and then go all the way around. And so this one will end up here, which I'm gonna assume people that need to be in this area will take the tunnel rather than the highway. Now, it could be possible that they still take the highway if they need to be here, but I don't mind that. I've already noticed that you know, people coming in and out. So it does works, and yeah, this is very bad. I guess I will be fixing that in a second though. The other thing that I was mumbling about is this down here. This person has trouble with the noise pollution. I tried to fix it, but apparently this game doesn't have sound walls for elevated stuff, which I'm not sure if this is called elevated or elevated is called once there's a piece of ground underneath, but you get the deal here. And I think they should add something extra to the game for the elevated stuff. Okay, so after all that mumbling, I was talking about this part down here, which I think I should let the highway go off and then go on. I just have to see if I need to do that or if I can mind up another way to do it in here. But basically why I want to do that is because some of these people that come from this side or even this side, I want to go there. I will now take this highway, right? And I'm like, okay, what if I make this into a four-way intersection? Have some of the folks go like that? Maybe. Alright, I've been thinking what I can do for the next part of this episode. Okay, in this case, I'm gonna select this cargo hub. And I want to take a little look at the trains. So we're gonna add in trains, like that. They've also, by the way, added a couple of parking lots. And one of these parking lots was like, trains, thumbs down. I didn't know parking lots could have an opinion about stuff. So in this case, this train track, like I've been saying in one of the other episodes, is apparently a thing which I didn't keep in mind. So yeah, we're going to start a little bit on this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this guy, crank it up, place a bush here, no, crank it up, copy the height of here, and then just for now do a little bit of this. And then with that height being selected, I'm just gonna do a little bit of work, and I'm gonna try and see if I can connect this railroad up to this guy and connect it up to the island and see yeah, where we're gonna place some train stations. It starts to look like something. It was a lot of going forward and backward. Basically, canal here has a nice thickness, right? Yeah, I had the same thickness down here, but because I need to fit in the train somehow, some way, and get 7.5 meters above the road, I had to add a bit of land. And then in the end, you know, I think it looks okay. It's an end station, so it doesn't need to have full speed for that. It will be a little bit slow here, but that's okay. It's all going to be fine. Playing around with restrictions is something that I like. And yeah, anything else, I just tried to get this track here on the same length or angle, better to call it, down there. Same goes for this down there. Down here I had to go 30 meters below the ground, and I needed to take a little bit of distance from this guy. So yeah, underneath the ground it looks like that. And even though it allows it, this part here is something the game did itself. So I didn't have to bend this in here. So that's okay. It's all underneath the ground and don't want to worry too much about it. If I had to make a bridge here, the bridge is gonna be insanely high, as you can see down here. I wasn't really in the mood for that. It's I believe almost 50 meters up. I'd rather go 30 meters below the ground than 50 meters up into the sky with a train track, which carries like tons of heavy containers and stuff. And the plan here is to, you know, have a train station here somewhere, maybe split it up, something go this way, because in the future, when I make like a nice industry area down there, there will be some more villages and whatnot. Down here, I'm going to just see, I think this will be the only spot in this case where a train can pass the canal. So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna go around the island and then we take the same tunnel back to say. And it would be a good idea. Just a small, or better to say medium train station for right now. I don't want to add in like a ginormous giant, because I feel like these ginormous train stations are more for like an end station into a big city where there is no more support for a ginormous one. In this case, it's just, you know, going from here then going to here, and then get back out. So we got 2 places to get out of here. Down here there is only 1, and maybe in this little town here I'm gonna make a larger one, because that will be end station if you would. We just have to see how things go, and you know, we can always upgrade in the future. So for now I've been making this down here. This is for the buses, so the buses and taxis go in here. 1 bus, 2 bus, 3 bus, and then a taxi. I think it's a good idea to have it in here since it's allowed. Little parking lot, and then yeah, I actually extended the surface of the train station. As you can see, the concrete floor is basically connecting up here, and I've also used it down here. Yes, it does. Right? Yeah, okay, it does. Okay, cool. So now, of course, I don't want to have... okay, it does 1 trains. Can we actually, you know, decide how much? This train is gonna call between, because it's between. And I'm gonna make this train like a very nice eco-friendly color, because this train needs to be example of being so friendly that people will stop using these damn cars all the time. Now I did upgrade this guy with a service building, which increase comfort, and the ticket machine allow passengers to buy the ticket before hurting the train, increase the comfort of a station. I'm gonna guess this needs to be known first. Now I only hope this is not gonna cause any issues, because if the second one comes, it will drive through and wait here instead of just waiting here, right? Anyways, if that doesn't work, I'm going to add the same thing as what I did here. Put the road 5 meters into the ground, put the train track 5 meters above ground, so there's enough space here with the vehicles. What is a stand? Oh, that means people just stand. Oh, and what is a shelter? That means people shelter. Without required, and then you put it on the road, and then it's like, hey, all flapping items. So I guess that needs to be placed here, which I find a little bit of a shame. Right, beautiful. Now, will it please, for the love of God, now, thank you, work, without taking the view away of me looking at it? Yes, that would work. Okay, finally, this is what I wanted. And right away, I'm going to get this stuff away. People can, you know, cross the way how it is right now. Here it's fine. This is too much. Like, they can cross here if they want to. This one can be going. Can be going. You know what? No crossing in these boats. Well, snapperoonies. It's okay. Let's just leave it like that. This is all about pedestrians, right? They need to be comfortable. Look at all these people going with foot. 26 folks waiting there. 4 folks waiting here. And I'm sure, you know, the more we do, busier it's gonna be. But I just think, you know, overall this is a very good spot for that. And, you know, once again, I have to think if I place a medium here or a large one, just to see. Because I'm still not sure how I exactly want to fill in the blank. If it's about skyscrapers, I think that this line down here would be perfect for skyscrapers. Maybe a couple down here, but I just want to be careful not overdoing it, since, you know, if this small piece down here causes like a ginormous traffic problem, imagine what it will do by a couple million skyscrapers. Let's just unlock this. Now, disease control would be nice. Research. Study ways to keep citizens healthier and educate them in various ways via, for example, leaders and outdoor challenges. Let's do this one anyways. You know, let's just do it. And this is not really necessary because I have it turned off. What I do need is... Let me just show you. I'm not really sure what this is all about though, but I had like this water flood here. This guy down here is like disaster response units unavailable. Build a disaster response unit upgrade to a fire station to rescue them. Okay, so these people here are already stuck in this over flooded, well, I think at the moment it's already dried out, so we didn't think about these guys for like a couple of months, maybe even a year. I'm not sure how much time has passed, but it would be a good one. Upgrade it to whatever it says so. And I'm going to do it like that with the power of Anarchy. Tiny bit. I guess that's okay. So now, do we have helipad, disaster response unit? Oh boy, we need to have 240,000 bucks. Let's just place it along the edge here. I think that would be cool. So now, hopefully, I mean, I know it's a whole waste of money for just one building in general, but you know, it's a nice build. And hopefully it will be safe now. And so the train station is being used very well. I'm sure I'm making millions of bucks each month. And yeah, sooner or later we're also going to, of course, set up some bus stations. And I want to keep bus stations in mind for a lot more spots and places. Taxis though, I'm not really sure if something will happen with this spot, or that these people are going to stand here forever, or that I'm going to need to get more, you know, taxi buildings. One taxi there, some there. It could also be that the taxi building is, you know, maxed out.